And Coca-Cola is buying the UK coffee chain Costa Coffee. Now, the deal is worth in excess of $5 billion and will also give Coke access to Costa's network of vending machines and on-the-go outlets. Now, Coca-Cola CEO James Quincey spoke to Poppy Harlow back in January about the company's strategy.
I mean, I think it's a realization that what's got us to 130 years of success is not going to take us on the next 130 years. As the world develops, as economies grow, as the world urbanizes, people still want to enjoy beverages. Actually, each year they spend more on beverages, but they want choice.
You said to this company when you were promoted from COO to CEO, please have a bigger appetite of risk. Why? Why more risky?
Well, I think partly I'm pushing against what is a natural institutional trend. Any large company, government, any organization is going to tend to become risk adverse over time as it becomes longer lived and more successful. Bigger and older. Therefore, you've got to push against it as the CEO. You've got to keep driving for people to look outside and see what's happening to the consumer, what's happening to the customers.
Okay, Anna Stewart, he keeps saying you have to keep driving forward to look at to see what the new trends are. I mean, some people think Costa is a good move. Others are kind of skeptical, especially with that big price tag of $5 billion. I mean, what are they saying as to why they've done this?
Well, James Quincey today said that they wanted to move into hot beverages. It's the only sector that they really don't have a sort of presence in. And in that interview, you know, many months ago, he did say that people are spending more on beverages, but they want choice. And actually, the trend that we're seeing at the moment is just more health-conscious consumers. They are shying away from buying sugary, fizzy drinks like Coca-Cola, Pepsi. Sales have been in decline the last year. And the trend for coffee continues. And this does play into a much wider trend, Paula. So Nestle has an alliance with Starbucks. They bought up Blue Bottle Coffee. They bought up Chameleon Cold Brew. JAB, another conglomerate, they bought Pret a Manger. They have Pete's, they have Stumptown. And Kerry Green Mountain, well, that one merged with Dr. Pepper Snapple. So this certainly plays into a bigger picture. The question is, and the question that analysts have been asking today is this move a little bit too late? And if you look at the Whitbread share price, Whitbread being the current owner of Costa, they had a nice old pop today, up some 17% at one point. They closed around 14.6. So clearly, people think this is a very good deal for them. But the question is it definitely going to be a good deal? Will it see growth? Will it see value and revenue for Coca-Cola?
Yeah, and the issue here as well is how do you get growth out of this? Whether or not you paid too much for it. You know, everyone says the coffee market is saturated now.
It is, and Costa, I can tell you, is very expensive. It's sort of Costa costs quite a lot in terms of your coffee. But it is a fairly saturated market, particularly in the West. But there are some areas of growth here, and Coca-Cola will be particularly interested in the fact that Costa wants to have products in supermarkets, but it hasn't really managed to get there yet. It has, as you said, vending machines in gas stations and shops and supermarkets. It doesn't have what Starbucks has, which is coffee readily available on the shelf for you to buy. And this, according to Mintel, is worth a third of the overall coffee industry. So this is somewhere that certainly Coca-Cola can help Costa. And of course, today we did hear more about expansion plans for Costa. And again, that's something Coca-Cola has obvious experience in as well.